Most people think trusts are just for the ultra wealthy, but nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, not having a trust could cost your family time, money, and control of your assets. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how a trust works, the different types of trusts, and how setting one up can protect your assets and your family's future. I'm estate planning attorney Mike Smith with Smith Barid LLC, and I'm one half of the estate planning guys. I help families just like yours protect their assets, avoid probate, and ensure that their wishes are carried out. Stay with me, because in just a minute, I'm going to reveal one major advantage of trust that most people don't know about, but it could save your family thousands of dollars. So what is a trust and why do you need one? Well, let me ask you a question. If something happened to you tomorrow, do you know exactly what would happen to your assets? A trust is a legal arrangement where you transfer assets into a separate entity. I think of it as a bucket that holds and distributes the assets according to your wishes. So you put everything in the bucket, and then if something happens to you, the trust controls how those assets are distributed out of the bucket. It allows you to bypass probate, meaning that your family won't have to go through a long, expensive court process to access your assets. And unlike a will, a trust keeps your financial affairs private. So no one knows what's in your estate or how you're distributing it. So let's talk for a minute about the different types of trusts and which one might be right for you. And you're going to understand why this matters in just a second. A revocable living trust can be changed or revoked at any time. That's why we call it a revocable trust. It helps you to manage your assets while you're alive and then to smoothly transfer those assets after you pass away without having to go through probate. So it avoids probate. And that saves time and money. Now, the next type of trust I want to talk about is an irrevocable trust. And I'm using the general term irrevocable trust. There's many different types of irrevocable trusts. But the one thing to know about an irrevocable trust is that once you create it, it can't be changed. It's basically set in stone when you set it up. It offers the strongest level of asset protection from creditors and lawsuits. Nobody can touch it once you set up, but it does have that downside that you can't change it. So you need to be sure that it's what you want to do and that it meets all your requirements before you set it up. It's great for Medicaid planning. It can help protect assets from long-term care costs. It's used for special needs trusts that protect disabled or special needs beneficiaries so they don't lose any government benefits like Medicaid. And it can be used for charitable purposes. So charitable remainder trust or charitable lead trust can help you donate to charity while reducing capital gains taxes or estate taxes. Now, by the way, if you find this information helpful, take a second to like this video. It helps more people learn how to protect their assets. So let's talk for a minute about how trust can protect your assets. And this is what nobody understands until it's too late. The right type of trust can separate your assets from your personal estate, meaning that those assets in the trust are no longer at risk from lawsuits, creditors, or probate. If you own a business or real estate, a trust, an asset protection trust, which is an irrevocable type of trust, it keeps your assets safe from personal liabilities. And then a properly structured Medicaid asset protection trust can shield your home and your other assets, your savings, from being used for long-term care costs. If you want to learn more about how trusts work, we put together a free guide on estate planning essentials, and you can download that using the description and the link below. It takes you to our resources page, and you can download a lot of different things from that page. So what happens if you don't have a trust? You're going to regret if you don't listen to this because the consequences could be devastating for your family. Without a trust, your assets will go through probate, which can take months or even years to resolve. Your financial affairs will be public record, and that means that anyone can see what you owned and who's going to inherit it. If you become incapacitated, a court may end up having to appoint someone to control your assets, and it might not be who you would have chosen. So to summarize, here's what we've covered. Number one, a trust helps you avoid probate and keep your assets private. Number two, there are different types of trust: revocable, irrevocable, special needs, charitable trust, Medicaid asset protection trust, and each of those have unique benefits that may apply in certain circumstances you may find yourself in. Number three, trusts protect your assets from lawsuits, creditors, and long-term care costs. And those are a specific type of irrevocable trust. I want to make sure I'm clear on that. Not every trust can protect your assets in that way. A revocable living trust is an estate planning trust that doesn't have any asset protection features for you, but maybe for your beneficiaries. There are other types of trust, asset protection trust, which can protect your assets from creditors. So that's a distinction there. If you don't have a trust, number 4, then your family could face delays when you pass away. Shepherding everything through probate court can be very costly, and there's public exposure. If you found this helpful, then check out our next video. I'm Mike Smith with the Estate Planning Guys. Thanks for listening.